p.m. in Washington, and you know what? I guarantee you we're going to have fun. Hi, Amanda.
Hi. Hi, Stephen. Bridget told me you were out here.
Oh. Stephen, why don't you show your spaceship to Bridget?
I'm sorry. I know we don't have an appointment, but I have a deadline and a problem.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Grant, I need to know what really happened in that cave in Canada. Who is he?
Okay, Ryan, we're both listening.
Okay, I'm going through KBAY's news files to get a line on the actress that Christie replaced and understudied in Hamlet.
Barbara Hunter?
Yeah, and the actor who portrayed Hamlet.
The one she was supposed to have the crush on.
Yeah, right, Lanford Doyle.
That's right. We tried locating him here in New York, but he's probably out of town.
Which is an excellent place to be, Cass.
Ryan, we will be leaving New York City as soon as we go over what Richard Gray told us last night,
What,
okay?
the guy who played Claudius in the production? That's an incredible story.
Yeah, it's pretty scary to think that Christie was so out of it way back then.
Yeah, well, I don't think she's too much better now.
I think she's lost all touch with reality.
It doesn't mean she's not clever, Cass. She came by to talk to me last night.
What?
What did she want?
She wanted to know where you are.
Oh, does she know we're in New York?
I don't think so. Listen, hurry up, get back here, and be careful.
Speak up. Cass, what are you doing in there with her? You love me.
And I love you. That's four things. Four things. Hi.
Hello, Jenna. How's our little star?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Where's Sloan?
Oh, she's down with the flu.
Hey, that's good. Things are looking up.
And Rachel has her hands full with the truckers' union, so I'm filling in. I want you to know I'm really sorry about your loss. But we do have to get to work. Are you sure you feel up to it?
Yeah.
You guys should talk business and stuff, and I'll be right over here. And if you need me, just call me, okay? I'm right over here.
Hey. How's it going?
Oh, I'm a little stressed.
You'll be fine. So what's going to happen to KBAY if it gets sold? What will happen to Jam Session?
Jam session will be fine. It's a winner. It's about the only thing around here that is.
Mostly thanks to Jenna.
Yes, well, let's get down to work, shall we? I don't have all day to spend at KBAY. Oh, by the way, Paulina, Rachel tells me you've got some new hot idea.
Yes, it's a new series for Jenna. Interviews with handsome hunks with interesting jobs. We're thinking of calling it Hot Guys with Cool Jobs. That sounds fun. Good. Yeah.
Yes, it really sounds like meaningful television, doesn't it? And who's your first guest, a male stripper?
If so, it's not on his bio, but maybe you want to ask him yourself, Iris. Here he is.
Hello, Mother.
Here are some questions that we're thinking of asking. You would just peruse them. Iris, here, go, Dennis. I'll be right back.
How does any of this help us, in my case?
Well, it proves Christie was unstable.
Then, maybe, but it doesn't prove she fell in love with you in '93 and then killed Douglas because of it.
Who is it?
Richard Gray.
Oh, right.
Oh, good.
Mr. Gray, nice to see you. Please come in.
Please, call me Richard. I'm so glad I caught you before you left town. Hello, dear heart.
Come in, please. How did your friend find out that Christie had fallen in love with the actor who played Hamlet?
Oh, stage managers always know everything.
How long had this been going on?
Well, since day one of rehearsals, according to Bruce. And who could blame her? The man had looks that didn't quit. I think he ended up on a soap.
But he didn't return her affections?
Oh, he couldn't stand her. Complained long and loud to Bruce about her. But in my view, her only sin was watching from the wings night after night. Until that final night, of course.
What did the stage manager do?
Oh, my dear boy, there's nothing he could do. That sort of thing is out of his realm.
Richard, do you remember an older man around Christie at this time, a man named Douglas?
An actor? Douglas?
No. Douglas was a college professor. Christie told us that she met and fell in love with him around this time.
Yeah, yes, now you mention a college professor. Yes, a tweed jacket. Yes, he came to quite a few performances. Seemed rather enamored of Christie. Came backstage, sent her flowers.
Flowers? For an understudy, an extra?
Well, he was smitten, what can I tell you? But Christie never kept the flowers. In fact, she paid very little attention to this Douglas person.
Oh, how about that?
Look, let's get back to the story of the final night when our Ophelia took ill.
And how Christie took over for her.
Now, the house was packed to the rafters. And when the announcement was made that the understudy would be taking over the role, a groan went up from the audience.
Oh, how rude.
But it didn't faze Christie one iota.
She wasn't nervous?
Not a bit, which sort of tipped us off right away. I mean, a calm understudy. Instead of nerves, heightened suspense. There was this rather sober, rather collected young lady putting on her makeup, changing her costume, details, and all of that. I mean, she was intense. She was meticulous, as if she were a bride preparing for a wedding. Said Christie was in this sort of celestial state, very calm, very much removed from the hurly-burly of the show.
Impervious to the audience groaning.
She was floating. But in the first intermission, she took action. Bruce, the stage manager, saw the whole thing.
What did she do?
Oh, something any actress worth her salt would never have done. Imagine approaching Hamlet, who has all these soliloquies to think about, and telling him that you were in love with him.
Oh, no.
Well, Bruce said that she literally threw herself at him.
I can imagine the scene.
Hamlet was totally shocked. And according to Bruce, never one to let high drama go unattended, he told her in very ugly terms that he found her repulsive, ignorant, and untalented. And never in a million years could he be attracted to her.
How devastating for her.
Bruce said she was destroyed. And as is the way in the theater, the curtain went up, the show went on, and as irony would have it, she had to play the mad scene.
Where is the beauteous majesty of Denmark?
Never was there a more tortured-looking Ophelia.
Oh, how the wheel becomes him. How the wheel becomes it. It is the false, It is the false steward who stole his master's, daughter.
The poor thing was literally mad. Theatrical illusion had nothing to do with her attempt at stage presence.
This is
She was in a
Rosemary.
world of her own.
That's for remembrance.
Skipped lines,
Pray
addressed the
you
wrong
love,
actors.
remember. And here's pansies. They're for thought.
If I'd only known then what she'd just gone through. And looking back now, I can recognize Christie's brilliance. But at the time, I didn't understand. Certainly the audience didn't. They hooted without mercy.
What a catastrophe.
Upon catastrophe.
And the groans got louder and louder, almost drowning out the poor thing. But somehow, Christie toughed it out. Until the end, when she froze.
No. No. What were you doing here?
You've got me very curious about Christie. What did happen to her?
She survived and married Douglas, and we've taken up altogether too much of your time.
But I'll be too glad to help. I'll do anything I can. Please, ask me anything.
You're very kind. We will if we think of anything. In the meantime, thank you so much for all this information.
Oh, you've just been wonderful.
I'll do whatever I can, dear lady.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave he is. Let me see you out.
All right, now listen. You must come to see my show when you're in the city.
We promise.
Promise.
We do.
Never forgive you.
Break a leg. That is it.
It all makes terrible sense now.
Christie fell in love with Hamlet.
Somehow got rid of Ophelia.
Was rejected by Hamlet, and then tried to make her quietus with a bare bodkin.
There is something about this I just don't get.
What's that?
Where does Douglas fit into this entire scenario? And does any of this theatrical stuff help me in my case?
I hate it when you get all logical on me.
Do you have any answers?
Even though we know Christie is certifiable, it's still not enough to take to the judge.
Hello. Yes, Bay City Police Department. Yes, may I speak with Captain Billy Cooper, please? No, oh. No. No, my name isn't important. I'd like to leave him a message, though, please. Tell him that Frankie Frame has jumped bail and she's in New York City.
Great.
What?
Well, the hospital confirmed that Christie was a patient there, but they wouldn't say whether or not she was a psychiatric patient.
Why wouldn't they tell you that?
Policy. They did verify, however, that Douglas paid all of her hospital bills. Yes?
Cass, it's me. I've got news.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay. I went through the station's news items from New York during October of '84, and it seems that the Ophelia that Christie was understudying died shortly after the play closed.
No kidding. Of what?
Well, there was no cause of death listed.
The real Ophelia died soon after closing night. I'll lay you 10 to 1 the cause of death was Christie.
Yeah, well, there was no investigation. We'll probably never know. But look, I think the circumstances are spooky enough that we can go to Billy with this.
Ryan, what could we say to Billy? That Christie had a nervous breakdown 9 years ago. That's it. The rest is purely speculative, and it's not going to stop Frankie's trial.
Which resumes this afternoon, so I suggest you two hightail it back here.
We're packed and ready to go.
All right, listen, I've got an errand to run, but as soon as I finish that, I'll be back in the case.
Thanks, Ryan. Let's go.
Out of here.
I thought Bridget was bringing Stephen.
Yeah, I needed to see you.
Let's hurry. We'll miss that plane.
Well, I couldn't leave my crystals behind. We need all the luck.
Oh. That's odd.
Christie.